Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Dirt and Iron. If you are new into dirt biking, I got a couple tips that might help you out. So stick around. Some of you asked me a few basic questions about having a dirt bike, riding it, about insurance, driver license and stuff like that. So in this video I'm going to try to answer that question. First of all, you don't need to have any kind of driver license. If you have a dirt bike, it's a OHV, off-highway vehicle. That means that you're not driving it on the road, it's not street legal, and you don't need to have a driver license. My 4-year-old son was able to get a dirt bike and ride it. So you don't need to have any kind of driver license. That's number one. You can start anytime, any age, as long as you are not hitting a road, pavement, as long as you are staying off the highway, you're good to go anytime. You don't need to have any kind of paperwork for riding a dirt bike. Number two, insurance. You don't need to have insurance for a dirt bike. It's not like your street legal car or truck or motorbike that you need to insure. You need to carry liability. All the states in America, you need to have at least liability. That's the law. For the dirt bikes, you don't need to have any kind of liability, any kind of insurance. You don't need to have anything. Now, a lot of guys, they go and they buy insurance. There are a few reasons why you might need an insurance. Dirt bikes are stolen quite often. You can see a lot of posting that people are looking for their stolen bikes. Actually, on my track where I go all the time, one day a guy was riding his bike, put it on a stand, and then just having a drink, drinking some Gatorade or something. And this other dude came, jumped on his bike, started it, and rode it away. And he never saw his bike again. So you might want to consider getting comprehensive insurance for a dirt bike that will include damage by some disaster like water, fire or things like that, and also will include if the bike is stolen, so you will get some money back. You can go and buy a new bike. If you are riding off-road and you have liability insurance, then you are covered if you hit somebody else, if you do damage to others people's property or on their health or something, you would be covered by the liability. Now, I did some research and I know that if you are on the closed race, if you are on a track that is made for race, like if I go on my local track, then I'm not covered with anything. But then also, if you hit somebody else, you are not liable for their loss. It's not like you're only liable for the loss if you're riding off-road. And you can also get a damage protection for your dirt bike, but again, it doesn't work if you are racing. If something happened to your dirt bike, if you damage your dirt bike during a racing or practice, if you are on the racetrack, then that insurance will most likely not cover your damage. So do some research. If you do that, best is if you talk to some agent and ask him all these questions, he will let you know exactly. It's recommended to go to independent agent that will help you out with all that fine print. It's better to go to him than to go directly to Geico or State Farm or something like that. Alright, so that's for insurance. Number three, you need to register the bike. But you only need to register the bike if you take it on the public places. Like not a public, I mean national or federal land. If you only keep your bike on your own property, if you have a few acres that you can ride on, you don't need to have the bike registered. It doesn't have to be on your name. Also, if you go and take it on the tracks, which is always a private property, then you don't need to have your bike registered. They will never ask, nobody will come there to check your registration. Now, maybe if you are going to that land and you have your bike on your truck and the cop will stop you, and if he is really not a good guy, he might ask you about the dirt bike, and if you don't have proof of ownership, if he is really a bad dude, he can impound that dirt bike if he is really a bad dude. But I think normal common sense guys shouldn't be doing things like that. Alright, so that's when you ride on the private property, on the tracks, or sometimes you even have some enduro track that is on a private land, so you also don't need to have registration on those properties. Now, if you go out, like I do quite a lot of riding in the national forest and some federal land, so if you go to places like that, you need to have registration. So I'm going to show you my registration. This is a sticker. You get these stickers for 2 years. This is California off-highway. You get the same sticker if you have a Ranger or a Razor, or those side-by-side UTVs, things like that, and also for dirt bikes. So you get this sticker. It's for 2 years. It's not very expensive. I think I pay like $50. You need to stick it on the left side of your fork on the upper part, so it's visible for the rangers to see that you have registration. And this is the sticker you need to have. Then you would get a title to your bike. That's why I'm saying in the video where you're buying dirt bike, get something with a title. It's always good to have a title so you can take the bike out. Like I don't know how are the states exactly, but in California it's really good to have bike registered if you go riding in the desert or mountains and the trails. So having a title, put it on your name, go to DMV after you buy a bike. It doesn't cost a lot of money. Put it in your name so you will have peace of mind. And then they also give you a registration papers. You don't need to carry it on you. I mean, I never have this paper on me. I think the sticker would be sufficient, and perhaps some ID. And he would be able to check you in some database that the bike is registered to your name. So these are the 3 things that you get when you own the bike.